I used to pick up my camera just for fun, and now it practically pays my bills. Let me show you how I turned my passion into a real business and how you can do the same thing too. Let's get into it. So a little bit about me. I've been into cameras since I was young. My dad ran the media department inside of my home church, and from then, my love for cameras grew tremendously. And me as a little kid, I was a hustler. So I was like, how can I make money off of doing something I love? I already make it off of playing musical instruments for different people. Maybe I can make some money doing this camera stuff. And I started basically just shooting anything I saw, whether that was animals, people, my friends, family. And from there, I headed off to college. Made a little bit of money in high school, but once I got to college, that's where I made a lot of my money. I did brand shoots, corporate shoots, events. I did a lot of stuff. I even became director of athletic services for my school's athletic teams, as well as PR for the school in general, and built up my media company that I have today. So let's get one thing straight. We're gonna talk about gear. Now, I'm assuming you already have a camera and a lens, but if you don't, I have some budget options down below. But I would argue that the lens and your lighting is more important than just the camera body. I don't want you to get caught up in too much about camera bodies, but there's plenty of great bodies that you can pair with great lenses and create something amazing. From there, you can grow using drones, stabilizers, and various types of lighting that you may need. But for right now, let's use the basics that we already have. Really, all you need is one versatile lens, and that can cover a variety of niches. So check the comments for some budget-friendly options. Now, just being real with you, you have to practice the basics of lighting, composition, coloring. You can get away with it a little bit in the beginning, but if you really want to create a lucrative business, you're going to have to learn and be in them books. Now, YouTube University has everything for free. You don't necessarily need to pay for stuff, but you can to make it a little bit easier. But a lot of the stuff you can find online, or personally, I just did it by trial and error. The first step really into getting gigs is to have a set portfolio. You can pick different niches such as weddings, engagements, corporate, wildlife, but it's best to start off in one niche and then branch out to different ones to create more sources of income. And the one way to build your portfolio is to take your camera everywhere. I mean everywhere. I have loads and loads and loads of footage, literally just from me taking video and bringing my camera everywhere. So I have a lot of content to go from. I have stuff of my friends who are couples. I have stuff of weddings that I may have attended and I just brought my camera, or little trips I've gone on. All you have to do is bring your camera everywhere and literally shoot everything. Anything you can, just shoot it, and there you can create your portfolio. So literally even today, get out and just shoot, and let me know in the comments what you end up shooting. You can even stick to a niche that you're passionate about. For instance, one of my first niches I was into was sports because I loved playing basketball. So what did I do? I would go to different games, even stage some with my friends and just shoot some things with basketball, whether that was photography or video. I literally would just stage these things and shoot it. Another thing to say is that you can create things called spec ads, which basically are ads that you would make if you were in this company. So let's say, for instance, Nike. I made a lot of Nike spec ads because, once again, I loved sports. So all I would do is sit down, bring some of my athletic friends, my tall athletic friends or whoever, and just stage things. And that's how you can create your portfolio and build a reputation so that people can see exactly what you do. Now, actually setting up your business is very crucial. Nowadays, a lot of leads are contracted through Instagram, which is great. Have an Instagram, show your portfolio, showcase your work, but nothing beats a well-polished website. And make sure your website can have things such as your portfolio, your various amount of different work, maybe some reviews, and even a way for people to contact and book you and view your services. This way, it does make you stand out to potential business clients because they'll see you as more so a company rather than just a person with a camera. Now, before we get into actually the stuff that can generate income that I personally have tried as well, you have to shift your mindset. You have to not only think of yourself as a videographer or someone that just holds a camera. You have to think of yourself as a business person. You're trying to live. You're trying to eat. A lot of times when I was just starting this up, I had nothing. And another thing I will say is that this is an entrepreneurship route, but I will say Do not throw away your 9 to 5 just for this. Make your 9 to 5 fund your dream, because it's one thing to have no clients or maybe just sporadic clients here and there, but as you're starting, you need a consistent flow of income. You need some way to get the gear. You need some way to actually live, whether you're living with your parents or not. You need some type of monetary flow coming in until you can say, okay, I make enough to live. Let me push my 9 to 5 to the side. Then you can bring in video work as your main source of income, because it's very lucrative and it is actually an expensive hobby as well as an expensive career. Sometimes little things such as this piece of glass right here, which all it does is make the image a tad bit softer. This is not cheap. Some of these glasses go for $300 each for a slab of glass. That's not insane? So that's why I tell everyone to fund your dream with your 9 to 5 until that 9 to 5 doesn't serve you anymore. But with video, sometimes when you're just starting out, it's very sporadic. You may make $1,000 this month, $12,000 the next month, and then the third month, you may make $0. It's really sometimes a sporadic business. So think of yourself as a business person and more so a creative director. Yes, you take everybody's ideas and you make them come to life, but sometimes go the extra mile or add your creative twist, because now you have to think of yourself as a service. So for instance, for a wedding video, if I want to show how much I love a partner, how much I love my partner, I'm going to think of, okay, how can I showcase their love? How can I do things out of the ordinary? How can I make this moment more memorable? Or for instance, for businesses, how can I generate more leads for this project? How may I generate more cash flow or make this business seem more attractive to a certain group of individuals? You have to have that business mindset, and that's how you stand out from somebody just pulling up with a camera. Help them do that and you will always be in demand. Now, to find clients that may need video, we live in a digital world. Everybody needs video. So you can reach out to businesses such as cold calling or sending emails to different people, or you can join online groups for people who need videography. You can showcase your work on social media. A lot of leads come through social media, like I said. So you can DM people, you can look at different businesses and say, hey, I feel like your website could look better, or I feel like your real estate listing could use some more oomph. That's how you get potential clients. And every no gets closer to a yes. So go ahead and send a message today. Tell someone what you do and what services you offer, and let me know how it goes in the comments. And let me know if you get your first lead. I'm rooting for you guys. So now let's talk money. Let's talk about the ways that even I used to create cash flow to start my business. The first one is event photography or videography. This includes weddings, corporate events, concerts, different gigs that may need your service. For instance, weddings, there's a great market for weddings because people are getting married. These people also have different budgets. You may run into some people who can't fit your budget, but generally people who want weddings, they have a big budget. People take out loans for weddings. People spend top of the line for different things such as catering, the venues, decorations. So why not video to capture their special moment that's only going to happen once? Unless they get divorced and again, then you're in better business. But weddings are a great way to get into that, as well as engagements. Another way is corporate shoots, whether it's events, conferences, different things of that nature. All you really have to do is just set one camera up and just keep it on the keynote speaker or event recaps. And corporate people have a lot of money to go towards marketing when it comes to shooting video in this niche. Next is social media content creation. Hopefully TikTok don't get banned, but social media is literally king these days. Content is literally king. A lot of companies are opting out of just making traditional commercials to making social media videos, whether that's by UGC creators, which is user generated content, me just shooting it off of my phone, or also creating different ads or making them gain a social media presence online. For instance, you can probably just hit up a corporate office or hit up some type of business, maybe online or through the DMs, and find ones that don't really have a social media presence and create a proposal to those said people. There you can say, you know, I feel like your business could use a lot of social media marketing and whatever. You show them different things that you have done, your portfolio, And I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to work with you because social media is so important these days. Next would be real estate photography and videography. This one is pretty simple. You can make maybe $250 an hour on the mid end. And really all you have to do is just walk into these homes, take videos, take portraits. Maybe if you have a drone's not always needed, maybe for higher scaled properties, but you can literally make good money on your own schedule just shooting these houses. The best way to do this is hitting up realtors or hopefully agencies. Sometimes agencies may have somebody already, but if you find a realtor, you can say, hey, I feel like this listing you have right here could use a little bit more work. I'll go in, shoot some photos for you. And you can try this out by even taking pictures of your home, fix it up, or maybe even your friend's home, fix it up, take some video to make an example of how your real estate videography would look like. Now, when it comes to doing headshots or family portraits, graduation photos, you can make a lot of money doing these things, whether it's you in high school or you in college. I think the market's more there for if you're in college because people want these high-end, great pictures, but you can also do graduation videos. I have done graduation pictures as well as videos, and people pay top dollar because, once again, this is a lifetime goal. You graduate college, you want your pictures to stand out and look amazing. You can price them good enough. You can rent a photo studio for different prices. I've seen some people even rent it for maybe $50 to $100 an hour and still make profit just by shooting that person inside that studio. So take a stab at it, take a try, and you can make some good money with that. You can also do filmmaking and documentaries, whether that's to shoot for an indie film, for example, or maybe you can shoot client testimonials or client documentaries when it comes to somebody's business. That's a great way to generate income because a lot of times businesses need a proof of validity, which basically shows them that their product works. We have real people that use our product. We have real people that use our services. That's a way you can do that. You also can sell your stock footage onto different sites such as Shutterstock or Adobe Stock, where you can simply just take a couple images, whether it's of birds, different things around the house, computers or what, and sell your stock footage online. But the easiest one I would say to get into is sports related, whether that's high school, college, middle school. A lot of parents want to see their kid shine in their sport. So you can show up to your high school or maybe even your college, because that's how I started, and just shoot some sports content. Just take your camera out to a game, shoot, record, and with that you can charge players as well as teams' parents, specifically for high school, and say, hey, I have a lot of highlights of your son. I shoot sports video. Would you like a mix? It's X amount of dollars. And then when you get to college, you can talk to the players, say like, hey, I got some flicks of you during the game. I got some videos of you during the game. I have a mix of you this season. That's a great way to make a lot of money because, one, people just want to see themselves. They want to see themselves shine. So they're willing to pay, depending on the college, because keep in mind, some of us college students, well, me at the time, I was struggling too, I'm not gonna lie. You have to price sometimes within their means. And if you wanna know videos on pricing, that's coming soon. And another way is simply just to start YouTube by yourself. Literally, you can create content, brands can sponsor you. I've gotten a couple of sponsors. If you look around the channel, I've gotten, I think, maybe 2 sponsors so far. And I love working with these people and I gain a commission. So if you're ready to turn your hobby into a business, hit subscribe, because my next video is how to find high-paying clients and how to get the money that you are worth. You won't want to miss that. So go out and try, shoot anything, take your camera everywhere, build a portfolio, connect with people, be nice with people, and start shooting and start making some money as well. But that's essentially how I turned my passion into a career. It wasn't always easy, to be honest, and sometimes it doesn't get that easy. But staying the course and actually putting my foot forward actually got me to where I am, and I'm planning on scaling it even more. With that being said, I'm out.